wonderful sweet babies. Today I want to talk to you guys about Kenneka Jenkins and something that has been weighing heavy on my heart. This is an unpopular opinion as to what is going on with this situation, so let's just get into it. Before people start saying like, oh, this is so old, this is so dated, this is something that I had on my heart and I did want to address because I don't think a lot of people talk about the reasons as to why this situation was treated the way that it was treated. I think that a lot of the times we just instantly go for the factor of, because they're black, and we don't really go in depth and really think about things in a bigger picture rather than just zoning in specifically on race. So I do realize that I am going to get a lot of people upset. If this is something that you are touchy about, then you can feel free to click off of the video. If not, then, definitely stick around to actually hear what I have to say. First, I do want to give a little backstory as to who Kenneka Jenkins is because, it was a whole uproar back in 2017 and it did make huge news. A lot of people did their own conspiracies and, I'm just going to give what really actually happened and then we'll get into my thoughts. So Kenneka Jenkins unfortunately passed away when she was 19 years old after going to a hotel party with her and a group of her friends. I will be using allegedly for certain parts, even if it is stated that it is factual, just for the protection of myself. So, Kenneka Jenkins was allegedly drinking with a group of her friends, even though she was only 19 years old. They also had broken the hotel rules, which was pretty much being in a room where it was over capacity. It had even gotten to a point in which there was a disturbance in which they were saying that they were too loud while being in the hotel. At one point, Kenneka Jenkins and her friends were not all kept up with one another, and Kenneka Jenkins had been wandering all throughout the hotel by herself while under the influence, allegedly. After wandering all throughout the hotel, Kenneka Jenkins had then stumbled into the kitchen, where she then later had went into the freezer and allegedly passed away the rest of the way. A lot of people feel as if, though, this did not really happen and that her friends had maybe allegedly set her up and that they were probably the reasons as to why Kenneka Jenkins had prematurely passed away. Kenneka Jenkins' family, primarily her mother, has been on an ongoing justice tour to try to get justice for her daughter. Eventually, last year, she was awarded $6.4 million in this wrongful suit. Without further ado, here's my thoughts. I do think that the reason that this case was prolonged for as long as it was primarily because before Kenneka Jenkins had passed, she was an adult. Despite her only being 19 years old, for the legal age for a lot of different things within the United States, the legal age is 18. With that being said, at 18, they do actually hold you accountable in the eyes of the law. Therefore, a lot of the justice system was looking at this as Kenneka Jenkins knowing exactly what she was doing at that moment, even if she was under the influence. At that moment, if she wasn't forced to do anything against her will, which they are deeming she was actually doing everything willfully in that moment, then she was breaking the law and she was completely aware of herself breaking the law. With that being said, she went and actually had a drink, even though she was not supposed to, as an adult. I hate to bring it to this point, but even in schools, we are taught during health classes that we are not supposed to drink until we are 21 years of age. And with her willfully doing that and doing something that was against the law, it's kind of hard for them to fight for her because she wasn't even really fighting for herself. Even with her getting permission from her mother to go out and do something, it was Kenneka's decision to go out and have a good time because she was considerably an adult. So she really didn't need the permission of her mother to go out and do whatever it was that she pleased to do. It is unfortunate because, this is her family that really is looking at her as their baby, because what family wouldn't deem their young 19-year-old daughter as their baby? But the unfortunate reality of it is that Kenneka was an adult. And as an adult, she allegedly made her decisions to do what she did that night. So just one more time for the people that may have actually not, grasped what I said. I'm not demeaning anything that happened in this situation. My heart goes out to Kenneka Jenkins as well as her family, but I have to look at things from a deeper perspective. And the harsh reality of it is that we have to be mindful of what we are doing, where we are going, and how we are going about it. And I'm just hoping that a lot of young girls in the future that are thinking about going to certain places with people that they put their wholehearted trust in are actually doing responsible things while being with these people. Because at the end of the day, if you are of legal ages to do things, and even if you are an adult, they're just going to throw it under the rug. There's not really much that they can do when you are consenting to things that you are doing and you are doing stuff that is illegal. So just be very careful and responsible when out there having fun. But that's my opinion. What's yours?